Hey there! Today we're going to use open source software called the Wick Editor to animate this skater person here. We're going to use a tween method, so it's really easy. We don't need to draw it frame by frame. The computer will do it for us. I already prepared the character for this animation, so you can download this. The link will be in the description. I'm going to modify settings of my new project. We can change the background color from here. I will keep it white. We got 12 frames per second, that's correct, but I will make it larger, 720p. Apply, and here's my new artboard, new size. We can zoom out and recenter from the canvas tool panel. And now I'm going to upload my assets. So I loaded 4 pictures here. You can download them. The link is in the description. You don't need to draw the skater yourself. Simply borrow mine. So let's take a look. We got this yellow guy and few other versions of the very similar character. So there's a red one, pink and green. You don't need to use them all. Of course you can. Let's start with just one. So let's delete unnecessary characters. We're going to use one first. We will animate this little guy using tween method. So I'm going to add tween to this layer with the character. To do that, click this diamond-like shape in the timeline area over here. Okay, now we can just extend this one frame, pull it all the way here. We got one keyframe, we need one more. So I add this keyframe at the end now, change position of the object in the end keyframe, and as you can see, the program animates this for me. So I got smooth movement between 2 keyframes. This is called Inbetweening or Tweening. So we can use Tweening in Wick Editor. That's really great help. So here's our first scene. You can also use properties of the object. You got the exact position of it over here in the inspector panel. If you want to align this perfectly, you can simply type the value from keyboard. I'm going to do it right now to be sure that the position of the object at the beginning and at the end of the sequence is exactly the same. The height is the same. Perfect. All right, let's click play. Nice. So my character is moving from the left to the right using tweening. I got 2-second long animation without drawing this frame by frame. That's really helpful. Let's make a new layer. We will use the second layer as our backdrop. So I will draw my backdrop on the second layer using line tool. Select line tool from the top menu. I will keep the color as black. 5 points will do. So for the first sequence, just simple line as the floor for our little skater. So I will just drag it from the left to the right, try to keep straight, and that's it. The problem is now I got backdrop only on the frame number 1. So let's extend this as well. And here's our first scene really quickly, just 3 minutes, and we got already 2 seconds of animation. Let's create a next scene using same assets. So I'm going to use my little green guy and draw a new backdrop using a line tool again. So I'm going to rename this second layer to backdrop. This way I will know what is what exactly, and the layer at the top is simply my skater. So we rename our layers. That's really helpful while you are working on the long big project. Let's move to the next sequence. So I will simply copy and paste this green guy here. And now I need to draw a new stage for him. So the last one was really simple. We got like straight line. He just moved from left to right. Let's use line tool first, and then we're going to alter the look of the line using another tool. But first we need to draw a line again. So line tool. This time I don't want my line to be straight, so I draw the straight line first, and then I can modify this with the next tool on the list to edit the path, the line. Just drag it up like this. Alright, and now we will need to animate the character again. So we will extend this backdrop so I can see it all the way. Over here, perfect, and go back to character layer. We're going to use tween again. So I will simply position him at the beginning. We can rotate as well. And now I will add tween to this layer. So again, the diamond icon, I got tween on it. I can extend, add keyframe here. But this time I cannot pull it all the way to the end. I need to add some keyframes in between. So this is at the top of the heel and then all the way down, speeding up, downhill, so kind of like outside the artboard already. Alright, let's check this sequence. The computer did tweening for us, in-betweening, so all frames in between keyframes are made by computer. And as you can see, it's not perfect, so I'm going to add additional keyframes. By moving the object, you automatically adding a keyframe in that point. So that's really easy. Just go to the point in the animation, and if you want to make changes, just move the object itself. Take a look. If I move it, now I got a new keyframe. Same here. Move it up, a new keyframe appear. So more keyframes I make in between, the more precise the movement will be. Alright, seems much better now with some additional keyframes. And extend the backdrop a little bit further. Let's test it out from the frame 1. So here's the first sequence, straight line. The second sequence, we got little hill, we go uphill slowly and then speed up. Nice. All of this thanks to tweening. We don't need to draw anything frame by frame. Alright, try to tween the character around. Let's make one more final sequence. Again, I will start with the backdrop using line tool. So this is just a straight black line from the left, then up, like this maybe. As you remember, we can alter the line, we can make it curvy. Perfect, and one more line to finish up this stage. You're probably already guessing what I'm going to do here with this backdrop. Alright, extend the background, and we are ready to use the green character again. You can copy and paste, so you can drag him again from the asset library here. He's still here. I will position him kind of outside, and then we are ready to add a tween to this character again. Add tween to this layer with the character, extend, and now we're going to add some keyframes while moving the character. So add the keyframe first, then make a move. Okay. Then extend duration of this frame, add keyframe first, then use the cursor to make a move. Alright, going all the way up here, maybe like this. I need few more keyframes before I can finish this one. I want him to fly really high, like outside the screen for a moment, so I can flip him up there. Okay, this will be the next one, and move him out. Cool. Extension and keyframe. And now in this keyframe he is outside, so I can easily flip him like to another side, like this. We are ready to go back to the ramp. And in this flipping thing happen outside, so it's not look ugly. Alright. Let's extend that even further. As you may notice, I also extend the backdrop so I can still see it. It's important. We got two layers, one with the character, one with the backdrop. Now we are moving the guy down. Use the cursor, change the position. You can rotate the object as well. You can also scale up and down the object. It will tween nicely. In my case, I don't want to do it, but if your animation is different, you want to make the object larger or smaller, you can also do it while tweening. Alright, and he's almost back on the ground. We will need to move him, but also rotate the whole character like this. And I think just one more last final position for this character outside the screen. Alright, we still need to track back and improve the animation. This is tweening, so the computer is moving the model for me most of the time. But I can add additional keyframes in between here to make it more precise. So if I move this guy down, I add additional keyframe automatically. So the computer will follow this new frame now. So he will stick to the ramp even better. So we go frame by frame, observe where I can improve this sequence. Of course, we don't want to go frame by frame too closely. That's not the point. We are using tweening to save time, so we don't need to do it frame by frame, but just for inspection reason, maybe there's room for improvement. As you can see here, just slightly move him. It's greatly improved the quality already. Now he stick to the ramp much better. Alright, fly all the way up, flipping outside the visible area and going back to the ramp. We can make some improvement over here, I believe. And he's touching the ramp first, it's alright, but then kind of like jumping out of it. So let's change this frame, reposition, much better. Okay, I'm kind of happy with this animation. We got 3 different stages here. It's around 8-second long animation. It took us just 10 minutes to produce 8 seconds. That's quite good for animation. Alright, let's play the whole thing. We got around 90 frames, yeah, so something around 8 seconds, I'm guessing. Let's recenter and play. First sequence, second one, and the third one, up and back. Nice. So by using this pre-made character that you can download, the link is in the description, and then simply use the black line and tween method, you can create really long animation easily without any drawing skills, without hustle doing this stuff frame by frame. So let's save the project. I saved the project file itself, .wick. This is editable project file. I cannot post that or send to somebody. I need to export to some common file format. So we can change the name here. We can add a proper name to our project. This is skate animation by Crewmark. And we got 2 formats, animated GIF or GIF or MP4 video. So let's try with the GIF first. Why not to export both, right? Maybe we'll need both formats in the future. So I'm exporting my GIF first, need to wait a moment. And as you can see, my web browser already downloaded this. It's in my downloads folder. And now let's do the same thing with MP4 format. You need to wait for the animation to process, more frames, a longer to wait, almost there. It will turn green after it's done, like this. And then you can find your animation in the downloads folder for your web browser. Here it is. I think we got quite good result for just 10 minutes long project. I encourage you guys to download this character and play with the tween using Wick Editor. Wick Editor is open source and free, so you can use it without any worries about buying a license. Thank you for today, and please follow me for more tutorials. I will see you in the next one. Bye.